Coach's Connection, connecting you and the greater DMV to local sports programs, as well as the coaches that inspire our local youth.
Welcome to another edition of Coach Connection. I'm Faraud Tate, your host, and I'm so honored today to be sitting here beside one of Washington legend coaches. This brother has been doing it for over 30 plus years. Brother, introduce yourself, please.
Eric Alford.
Now, brother, you have been in this city. You're a product of the DMV. Can you give us a little background, who you are for those who don't know you? And then we're going to get right into what you're coaching and who you're coaching and the impact that you're making in these kids' lives.
Well, I started at Crossland High School, played basketball there from 84 to 87. Went to Virginia Commonwealth University, got a scholarship, basketball scholarship, played there, finished up in 1992. Played all around the city with guys like Dennis Scott, Kurt Smith, Steve Hood, you name it, we played together in the area, Henry Hall, Clint Venable. Now I'm currently with the Boys and Girls Club. I'm the Regional Athletic Director for Prince William County Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Washington.
Got it. Love it. Now, as a coach, can you tell us, because you were a player first, can you give us an example of a lesson that you learned from one of your coaches from the past that you're still using today in reaching the student that you reach?
Oh, wow. Yeah, Johnny Wilmore, Peppermill Rec. Just never give up. The thing about it is you're going to fall down, and you just got to keep getting up, keep working.
Love it.
Just, if you do your best and you fail, it's okay. You put your best foot out there. You can't get mad at that.
Nope, did your best. I love it. And so the impact of our coaches is obvious. It changed your life. Could you tell us some of the things that you were able to accomplish yourself because of an excellent coach that helped you?
Oh, wow. So many different things. I guess the biggest thing is life lessons.
Okay.
And the relationships that you meet with people that you make along the way. Basketball has opened up many doors for me to travel around the country, even travel out of the country.
Okay.
Just meeting people all over the country, and then now that I'm older, those connections, because they're business connections now, just being able to provide services for kids. You never know what background or what field that someone's in that you play basketball with, and they know you from the court, and you might be able to help someone or help a kid along the way.
I'm glad you said that. Those connections. So Coach Connections about that. We're connecting the community to you. So when you think about your community, what did your community do for you as an athlete? Because we want to show that there's a link, right? So you on that game and people are coming out rooting you on. But what, from your perspective as an athlete, what did the community do to help you be the man that you are now, Coach?
Pride. This proud to be from the area you're in. We used to go up to Philly a lot. We used to go down to New Jersey, and us together, even though we played on separate high school teams, we was representing the area.
All right.
So in that, just that pride for being around this area, the DMV area, when we go on to play someone else.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. You got to be proud of something, right?
Oh, yeah.
So now, not only are you a proud brother, you came back to your community, and you're being back at the Y.
Boys and Girls
Club. The Boys and Girls Club. And so give us a little insight about the Boys and Girls Clubs now. What did that program look like?
Wow. What we do with the Boys and Girls Club, we teach sports, we use sports to teach character and leadership programs.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is through sports, we can teach so many life lessons. A lot of times the kids in the community, they have something to hold on to. They can hold on to coming to coach and practicing no matter what else is going on in their home life. So that's what we do at the Boys and Girls Club. We use sports to teach character and leadership skills.
Now, the Boys and Girls Clubs are all over the place. And I see your shirt said over 60 years. Can you give us an idea of the type of students and how many students are you coaching?
Oh, wow. Right now, we have in the Prince William County, we have about 400 in my sports program. We have about 50 teams, 25 volleyball, and 25 basketball teams.
Wow,
so the volleyball is the girls, and the basketball is co-ed boys and girls. The type of kids, all kids, whether you, different socioeconomic backgrounds, whether you have or you don't have, all the kids get to come together and work as one.
And how does that impact the young person?
Well, build their confidence.
Okay.
build some of their life skills because of some lessons that they learn about, not succeeding sometimes. And then if they do succeed, how to win gracefully. How to pull the next person along, because it's not all about the win. It's about how you get to that point.
How you get to that point of winning. And when you think about the impact on the community, because these kids are coming, like you were proud to say, yo, I'm from, what is the impact that you've seen on the community these kids come from?
I'll give you a great example. When I was coaching at number 11 Boys and Girls Club, we had kids from all over the Southeast. So a lot of times the kids might see each other outside of the sports, outside of the football, outside of the basketball, and they said, "No, that's my teammate." So that caused, that calmed a lot of the tensions down in the communities by having them play on the same teams or be from different areas of DC.
You heard it on Coach Connection. A lot of times people don't understand that that football field brings so many people together, and you had students from different neighborhoods that don't even talk together playing football together. That's big. So let me ask this question, because so often they say, well, I send my kids to the Boys and Girls Club. It is all taken care of. Y'all got everything. But what is that misconception? Can you help clear that up?
Wow, the Boys and Girls Club is a safe place.
Okay.
So we've been around in the DC area for about 130-something years.
Okay.
So in that, a lot of times misconception of we just send them here for homework help or anything like that. But a lot of times we all come together. So we explain to the parents, look, we all in this together. Whether it's teacher, whether it's the parent, whether it's the student. Everybody has a role to play.
Yes. And so with that role, what is the need? What will you ask for? What can you ask for when you think about, yes, we want our parents to come watch the game, bring your child on time, but y'all need some helmets and some.
We always need equipment.
Okay.
But the biggest thing is we need good people. We need volunteers. People who have life experiences that can help give some of that experience back to a young person. Whether it's male or female. Out in Prince William County, we need volleyball coaches. We need good people to come back and share their stories with the kids. Because when they do that, that influences the kids. You never know.
You never know. Yeah, you never know. But how do we know? Tell us, how do we connect with you? Is there a website? Is there a telephone number, Coach?
Yes, it's always a website, Boys and Girls Club of GreaterWashington.org. The website, the phone number for us in Prince William County, 703-670-3311. That's 703-670-3311.
Got it. So, Coach, we know that you played on a lot of teams, and then we know everybody, unfortunately, don't always follow the advice of the coach. In your, career, what happens when those kids are not coached? Because I want our parents to understand that there is a success that happens when you bring your child to these athletic environments, but there's also a other side that no one wants to talk about, man. But you've seen it, Coach. Those kids who have not played organized sports, who have not been connected to a coach that, for some of our, I've heard from other coaches, some of y'all spend more time with y'all team than y'all do with the family.
Definitely.
Yeah, so give us that other side. What happens when a child doesn't have access?
I think a lot of times a disconnect. If you don't give kids, especially boys, something to do, they will find something to do that you don't want them to do.
Yeah.
So when you keep them active and something positive, it gives them something to look forward to. It gives them something to hold their hat on. We're not talking about going into professional athletes. We're talking about being a professional person.
Yeah.
A lot of times just giving them skills to be able to cope with different issues in life. So when they don't have that, you have what you have right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what that is. I mean, we had a rough week, but I'm telling you, we need to get our young people off these streets and into these organized environments. But we need you as parents to connect up with our coaches to support the coach. Like Coach just said, sometimes it's just volunteering. It's just connecting. And one more time, Coach, how does an individual, if they want to write a check or if they want to volunteer, how do they connect?
They can go to the Boys and Girls Club Greater Washington website. It's always a donate button at the bottom. You can find your local Boys and Girls Club at the inside that website as well in your community, and then you can donate, write a check. but time is really important.
Time is
You
important.
know, time is of essence. But we take all donations if they're, you know.
So everybody wants to say, well, what does my money do? Or what what impact? So give us some success stories. What are some of the young people under your guidance, Coach, have gone to do?
Okay, well, I got a great one. I was in the schools, and I ran into a young man that I coached many, many years ago, and I asked him, like, what are you doing in here? He said, I listen to you, Coach. I'm the plumber.
Oh.
And he worked for DCPS.
Oh,
so
God, love it.
Even if you reach one, it really impacts a lot.
I love it. I love it. Yes. And so where could our parents, when you think about registering, what are some of the games? Can you give us an idea of where you are playing or some of the games?
Okay. Right now we're in COVID protocol. So
Okay.
right now we have two parents per child. Mm-hmm. So mom and dad or mom and aunt can come see the games. Mm-hmm. Our games are on Mondays and Wednesdays in Prince William County, and we have Saturday morning games as well with our volleyball games.
Got it. So, Coach, we know that you are making an amazing impact in the lives of these young persons, and you said that there were over 400 and growing young people. So we need to ask the community to really support, spend the time, make a check, and actually take the time to make sure your children are connected to programs that can help change their lives. Coach, is there any final word that you would like our parents who are watching to know?
It takes all of us. Just be a part of the circle. If you can change your little area or your community, you know, every little bit counts.
Thank you, Coach. So once again, thank you so much for tuning in on another edition of Coach Connections, where we connect you to coaches that's making a difference in the lives of our young persons in our community. It is all of us that work together to make a difference, even if it's in one child. Like you said, right? That's what you said, right?
Yeah, even if it's just one.
Okay. Thank you again.
Coach's Connection, connecting you and the greater DMV to local sports programs, as well as the coaches that inspire our local youth. This show has been brought to you by the Scholar Athlete Sports Network, SASN.TV.